Here's the top famous logos with hidden messages. Let's get it started.
A company's logo often represents the mission and values of the brand, but more than often it holds some secrets that most will never get to learn about. Stay tuned until the end to find out what the McDonald's Golden Arches really mean. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Today we're checking out 10 famous logos with hidden messages. Coca-Cola. If you love Coca-Cola, you're going to love this story. The Coca-Cola Company first finalized the formula behind their famous drink back in 1886 and began creating the famous Coca-Cola logo, which went through several rebranding styles before settling with the logo you know today. But the Coca-Cola logo has an unintentional hidden message, which was pointed out by the happiest country in the world. The company had no idea they're giving a shout out to the entire country of Denmark. You can find the hidden message between the letters O and L. The letters, along with the red and white colors, perfectly represent the Danish flag. Denmark, of course, took advantage of this unintentional shout-out. As it's the happiest country in the world, people in Denmark greet you with a small flag at the airport when you arrive. When the company noticed a hidden message in their logo, they decided to put the flags on the Coke poster. Isn't that one of the most creative welcome messages ever? And it's not the first time Coca-Cola and Denmark worked together to deliver secret messages. This Coca-Cola ad can only be read by colorblind people. However, unlike the secret message in the logo, this ad was completely intentional. Taste the happiness was Coca-Cola's tagline in 2009, and we're very happy that the company also spreads happiness, even when they don't know it. Nike. The story behind the Nike logo is quite an interesting one. After seeing the logo for the first time, the chairman of Nike said that he didn't like it, but it will grow on him. The team behind Nike's logo didn't know it will become one of the most recognized logos ever. Well, that's because it wasn't a team that worked on the logo. It was designed by a graphic design student named Carolyn Davidson back in 1971, and she got paid just $35 for it. The logo is called swoosh, and it resembles a curved checkmark. But there's a little bit more to it than just a simple line. The logo actually represents an arc of movement and symbolizes motion and speed. It's the movement of basketball players flying in the air and hitting that slam dunk. It's the movement of a runner, a dancer, and any other powerful athlete. Did you know that the name Nike actually comes from Greek mythology? Nike was the winged goddess of victory, and the modern version of Nike brings victory to the athletes that wear the brand. So next time you see the Nike logo, you'll know that it represents a bit more than just a check mark. And don't worry, Carolyn Davidson did end up getting a share of Nike and was properly compensated for her hard work later on.
Okay, because I'm about to say Nike's worth more than $35.
If you're a graphic designer, you've probably used MyFont's website more than once. The company, which is originally based in Massachusetts, is known as the #1 database of fonts that are available to download or to purchase from talented designers. It's a fantastic way to showcase your calligraphy skills as a designer, or to expand your graphic design portfolio by trying out different font styles. The site has been around since 1999, and it's still one of the most popular font resources out there. Unlike companies like Coca-Cola and Nike, MyFont's logo isn't that recognizable, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a hidden meaning. Pay close attention to the word My. Have you noticed that the letters M and Y actually look like a hand? The logo is basically telling its users that they can get their hands on all sorts of fonts on their website. The design also plays with the actual action of calligraphy, as designers use their hands to make these fonts anyways. What a totally brilliant idea for a logo. But that's not it. We think that the letter has an extra meaning when you turn it upside down. It suddenly turns into a cute little dinosaur. Do you see it? Even though dinosaurs really have no relation to MyFonts, and the company probably didn't think about this, we love to find hidden meanings in our favorite logos. Mercedes-Benz. Let's talk about cars.
Let's get it.
Mercedes-Benz first appeared on the scene in 1926. The company is known for focusing on innovation and pushing the boundaries of design and technology of transportation. The company soon became one of the best-known and most reputable car dealerships out there, and their logo is one of the most recognizable on the market. While many car companies changed their logo at least once, Mercedes-Benz has always stuck with either the three-pointed star or the circle as their logo. So what's the actual meaning of this three-pointed star? Many companies make sure their mission is clear in their logo, and Mercedes-Benz does exactly that. The three-pronged star represents the connection between the land, sea, and air. It's a symbol of the company's drive toward universal motorization with their products, and their mission to produce unstoppable engines anywhere in the world. Basically, they want to dominate the world, and they subtly show that in their logo. We're pretty sure that the circle represents the Earth, but we have no doubt that it will disappear once they create vehicles that will fly us off into space. There's an endless debate over which car brand is the best, but you have to admit that Mercedes-Benz is one of the most popular car makers out there.
Facts.
Northwest Airlines. We've already talked about several interesting companies with clever stories behind their logos, but we bet you never noticed the hidden message in the simple logo by Northwest Airlines. Northwest was founded in 1926, and due to the airline's constant mishaps with their customers and employees, the company became a target for many Canadians. But you can't deny that Northwest is a pioneer when it comes to the development of aircraft technology. Northwest's logo went through several changes, but have you ever noticed a hidden message in this logo? Do you see it? Look to the left. Can you see the letter N? Take a closer look at the letter and the triangle. There's a hidden letter W. But that's not all. The circle and the little triangle also represent the compass. The triangle actually points to Northwest. Although it might seem like a very simple logo compared to some of the other ones on our list, Northwest Airlines really knows how to pack a hidden message in their brand. Did you know that the first Northwest flight took off in 1927 without a radio or any security technology you know today? Sounds scary, doesn't it? Check out one of their first logos. They really came a long way since then. So next time you're on a Northwest flight, pay attention to their logo and see if you can spot the hidden message. Museum of London. We love creative logos.
Wow.
It's high carbonation. Those bubbles are celebrating $1 any size soft drinks, only at McDonald's.
Museum of London. We love creative logos, and this next one is no different. If you ever travel to London, there's a good chance you'll go to the Museum of London to learn more about this city's fascinating history. Its historical stories are definitely worthy of learning, and the museum will take you on an amazing adventure back in time. This is the logo of the Museum of London. See those colored shapes? They're actually not completely randomly designed. They represent just how much London grew over time in size. It all starts with that small circle that represents the City of London, which is now its own district. Overall, London currently has 326 districts, and it's still expanding every year. The Museum of London's logo was actually designed by an award-winning designer who did a really good job at highlighting the city's growth in population and diversity over the years. The logo also reflects the ever-changing, diverse, and dynamic makeup of London and its community from past to the future. So if you do come to London, make sure you visit some places that are outside of that tiny dot that represents the City of London. Experience the hidden message behind the logo in real life and see the diversity and unique culture of the city. Well done, Museum of London. This logo is really clever.
Word.
Audi.
Audi.
Speaking of interesting logos, have you ever wondered what's up with Audi's logo? Well,
Not
Mercedes-Benz's logo shows off the company's mission, which is world dominance. Audi's story is a little bit different. Audi has to be one of the most recognized logos out there, and one of the most beloved car manufacturers in the world. Audi's history dates back to the 19th century. Did you know that the company was established back in 1899? It was one of the biggest car manufacturers in Germany, and its vehicles soon became known all around the world. But let's pay attention to Audi's logo. Do you know what the four connected rings represent? The four ceiling rings actually symbolize the four oldest German car manufacturers. These four companies, Audi included, were the foundation on which the modern Audi AG is founded. Audi's logo barely changed through the years, although the company did come under fire over the resemblance to the Olympic rings. The World Olympic Committee actually took Audi to court over the similarities, but they ended up losing the case. It wouldn't be the first time Audi would come on the wrong side of the Olympic Games, but the company always managed to come out as winners. Maybe it's the four magical rings that are bringing them good luck. 80-20.
Still don't understand what the meaning behind it.
Might not mean anything unless you're a mathematician, and if you are, you probably figured out the meaning of this logo in a second. But don't worry if you're not, because we'll break it down for you. 80-20 is a consulting company from South Africa, and even though they're not known worldwide, their logo makes them stand out from the rest, and we want you to know about it. We'll try to explain it in the simplest way possible.
Never
Do
heard
you
of
see
it.
the blue and gray squares? There's actually more meaning to them than you might think. They represent a binary sequence. The blue squares are number 1, and the gray squares are 0. Each horizontal line represents a different binary sequence. But that binary sequence also has a different meaning. The first line represents the number 80, and the second, 20. And together, it's 80-20. The company uses the power of research and analytics to help clients deliver customer-centric strategies, and it definitely proved that with their clever logo. Challenge your friend and show them the 80-20 logo and see if they can figure it out. Remember, the blue squares represent the number 1, and the gray ones are 0. Apple. You've probably heard the joke that it was Windows that bit out of the apple from the company's logo. Well, Apple fans have a lot more theories about the meaning of the logo. The Apple logo is actually connected to Alan Turing, who pioneered research into artificial intelligence and laid the foundations for the modern-day
What is he
laptop
doing?
technology. Alan wasn't recognized for his work and ended his life by biting into a poison apple. And this is where the bitten apple comes into play.
Oh.
This story seemed to be true for the longest time, but it looks like some Apple employees believed it was a myth. Some also say that the apple represents knowledge from the story of Adam and Eve, and many think it's related to Sir Isaac Newton's concept of gravity. The designer of the logo said that the apple represents a symbol of lust, knowledge, hope, and anarchy. This means that the initial connection to Alan Turing is completely false. So what is the secret message behind the Apple logo? It's a mystery. Whether it's a symbol for knowledge or a tribute, Apple sure knows how to keep their customers in suspense. They're so mysterious, they don't even have a clear meaning behind their logo. They just keep you guessing. What do you think the Apple logo means?
I don't know.
McDonald's. Let's talk
I just
about
like it.
McDonald's, one of the most popular fast food franchises with one of the
Nah,
most
Wendy's
recognizable
better.
logos ever.
I like
Some
Wendy's
even
better.
say that the logo is more recognized than the actual cross. Everyone knows the yellow M logo, but do you know its hidden secrets?
Mm-mm.
Stay tuned, they're pretty amazing. The logo of the franchise actually changed quite a bit over the years. The golden arches are just as famous as Walt Disney's logo or even Apple. So what do they actually mean? The arches were actually designed to resemble the female chest. The idea was introduced by a psychologist who came on board to create the logo. He wanted to add a subliminal meaning to the M, and according to him, the customers experience a Freudian importance in their subconscious. It's not clear whether the company actually ever confirmed this hidden message, but the internet is pretty fascinated with the new meaning behind the logo. Speaking of McDonald's, did you know that the company sells 75 hamburgers every second? They're also one of the largest toy distributors in the world. So next time you're in a McDonald's, think about the subliminal meaning behind the company's logo. Does the Freudian theory work on you, or are you just in it for the food? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. For more videos like this one, check out 10 biggest logo fails of all time. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, what do I have to say about this? 10 famous logos with hidden messages. The one, Apple, was confusing. I didn't really understand it. The Audi one was very confusing. You know, a lot of people buy Apple just because it's Apple, you feel me? You wouldn't want to buy an Android anymore, you feel me? It's 2017. But tell me your favorite hidden messages in the comment section. Which one you thought was interesting? Which one you thought was not very interesting at all? But anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed it.